It's Gear Noir, the music gear show with your host, Edwin Milheim, Chris Waters, today's show, Silhouettes on Screen.
Hey, welcome to the show. It is
Episode 3.
It is 3.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Gear Noir, episode 3. Oh, there are 3. I count. I don't know. All right. So this is the show, if you haven't seen the other episodes yet, where we talk about gear, talk about items and tools to make music for like guitars, drums,
Right.
stuff like that, and also software.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about software. We're going to talk a lot about different software too in other shows. And also we're going to have video from different bands and artists showing their gear, talking about their process and different things like that. We hope you like it because, hey, we do.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. Yeah. So,
Gear Noir.
Gear Noir, yeah. Noir. I felt nostalgic when we came up with that name. I don't know. It was kind of cool and mysterious.
There you go.
Woo. So, all right. So that's what the show's about. We hope you stick around, enjoy it, and our shenanigans and stuff. Some of our stuff, we're done with the album,
Yes.
and we're finishing. We're polishing it up, polishing the songs in our weird way that we often do. One of the songs that I really love. I know I said it in another episode, but I really, both of us,
Yeah.
Donna and I,
Yeah.
really love the bass stuff you're doing for these songs.
Thank you.
You
I'm honored.
as they say, you've been right in the pocket, if I may use that term. I
Yeah.
feel so weird using that term because I'm often not in the pocket. I usually fall out of the hole that's in the bottom of the pocket. But you've been you've been pretty awesome. No, it's been thumping. It's been sounding great.
Yeah.
And I've been thrilled
Nice.
putting things together. One of the other songs that we just finished not long ago, "The Knife in My Back Was Heaven."
Nice.
Okay, you hopefully remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I remember that.
I'm glad someone does. So, but that was one of the ones that we were kind of more raw, and we added that punk flag to that we
Right.
often do.
Right.
And you tend to like that.
Yeah.
Does it surprise you that we go there? I remember when you first joined, you were like, I didn't know what you thought. You're like, these fucking weirdos. But yeah, we're weird. We embrace it. Embrace the weird. That's what we say.
Yeah. Embrace it.
But
embrace it.
but what do you like about
it was, for one, it was raw,
yeah.
and two, it just you basically went with it.
Yeah.
You could tell you went with what you were feeling
Oh yeah.
at the time. You went with several riffs and everything, and I was just like, okay. So I followed along and just brought out the energy, and it's like, you know what, we're gonna channel that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love the punk energy.
yes.
I do.
Yeah.
I
like when you're excited too.
yeah, because like whenever I started playing bass in the '90s,
Yeah.
I was huge into punk rock.
Right.
I still am, of course, but
Oh yeah.
that's what I was playing. I was playing Misfits, Black Flag,
Nice.
all that kind of stuff, and And I mean, I just loved it because, for one, there's a lot of times that with punk, you're thinking of 3 chord, but there's a lot of times the bass will be doing more than 3 chord.
Yeah.
And it'll be doing something a little bit extra. But overall, I think it seems like bass keeps rhythm in punk for sure.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, in rock in general, but punk for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because
and I really liked. I really we try to put the songs together with you in mind actually lately, to make sure not only the drums have their shining spots, but also for the bass to breathe.
Yeah, and the bass has been sounding really, really good in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that kind of segues into things where you had mentioned about some of the stuff you were into and still are into. I'm still into a lot of stuff. Well, of course, who has time anymore? Because now that the world has over the past several years opened up to us with the indie underground music scene, as per usual, I always knew we were kind of drops in the bucket, as they say, or drops in the ocean, because there's so many creative artists out there.
Yeah, there are.
You don't have time for all of them, and I try to listen to something from everybody I can. Be that on YouTube, be that on whatever platform I can try to get. But that leads into things for when we're writing, when we're coming up with stuff. Bands or artists that inspire or influence us.
Yes.
In what we want to do. Now, we did one of the final songs we did on this latest album that will be coming out. We may end up releasing it a little earlier than expected. Blah blah. So one of the songs we did was very dark, from some concept notations that you wrote, and I liked what I saw, the notes and things. And so, as per what we usually do, is we observe life in this instance and come up with characters or something for a story. And in this case, it was somebody. On our regular job, there was this guy named Tommy, and I happened to have been talking to Tommy on and off quite a bit about gaming, video games and things. And when I was coming up with the title of the song and the character for the song, Tommy's name was in my head. So that's why it became Tommy's Song. That's why it became that title. And I ended up writing the lyrics based on your notes and your thoughts of how this character should feel. So very dark, but when you were performing it, and because we always want you to know that you're part of the creative band family of Dragon and Berr, we put you in the spotlight and go, okay, you're gonna bloody well, you're gonna be singing this, buddy. So now you told me that one of your influences for this was Alice Cooper, was it?
Alice Cooper for the vocals, for one.
Yeah.
And then as far as the guitars go, because I played 8-string guitar on this.
Yeah. That's what was fun about it. I liked it.
And one thing, I've always liked hearing 8-string guitars, that or guitars tuned down to G flat.
Oh God.
Low G flat.
I'll tell you, the drop tunings for me is my bane, because I'm like, I gotta retune it, and it drives me nuts. But I love it though.
Yeah, and that's one reason I bought the 8-string, was because of that. Because as you'll hear in the song, I hit the open G flat, and then I play the higher strings at the same time.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, yeah, I wanted to do something that you could do more on an 8 string than you could do on a 6.
And you did.
Yeah.
You did. I'll tell you. So, talking about influences and bands or artists that inspire us, one of the things is, difficult to do, but for me, when you have to really think about it, you want to be influenced, you want to be inspired,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't want to try to become a photocopy, because it'll be a really bad photocopy. You know what I mean by that? You don't want to try to copy them 100%. I think that's why some of the stuff I end up writing, for lack of better terms, people think, oh, he's always saying they're weird and stuff. It's not so much that it's a bad thing that I'm saying. It's not that I'm embarrassed by it. It's just that I'm acknowledging my thought process sometimes can be a little weird, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
what creatives do.
Yeah, because you get out there, make some noise, see what you create, see what happens.
Yeah.
And talking about influences and stuff, when I'm warming up, I know I'm jumping around, but it kind of segues into this. Warm ups, when you're warming up your voice, and I'm always telling you, make sure. I'm like, Chris, warm up before you do your stuff, before you get to practice and stuff, before you attempt some things and everything. One of the things that I enjoy doing is some of my favorite songs from different artists and things. All the way to, for me, it was Philly soul, rock and soul. I'll sing some of the parts and just have fun with it, just to warm up and have fun. What are some of the artists? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. No worries. I've got quite a few influences.
Okay.
I would say the biggest influence that I have vocally is probably Glenn Danzig.
Okay. Yes, you talk about that a lot.
I mean, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I see
as you
this.
Can see, I've got the ink and everything.
Yeah, he's said he has tattoos that he can't show. I'm kidding. I don't know. Okay, but vocally, do you have any vocal runs that from songs that you play with, that practice with, and mess around with?
Definitely. And Glenn, love you. Please don't sue me. We don't have any money.
Yeah, no. We don't. And these are just little snippets to show our love for what you do.
Yeah, it's and a lot of times when I warm up, the first thing that I go to is the part in Devil's Plaything by Danzig.
Okay.
It's on Danzig's second album, Lucifuge.
Okay.
There's a part in the song where they go, oh, and I warm up to that a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, that just gets everything going because it's all over the place.
Right.
It starts high and then goes low. And I think that helps, especially when I've got something that I'm actually singing on, because there are the guttural vocals that I can do as well.
Right.
And for that, I'm mostly influenced by bands like Dark Throne, stuff like that, where I go more like this. Yeah.
Nice.
And I sound like I just
gargled razors.
Or ate a bunch of burning cigarettes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I until we met you, I heard other singers and some of my vocal coaches do stuff like fry screams and things like that. And I got to admit, I can't do things sustained like some of you guys do.
Yeah.
Some of the songs you'll hear, I'll do like little parts.
Yeah.
Because just can't hold it.
And that's
so.
and that's probably the best thing. There are methods for doing, like I'm not sure if my method for doing that particular kind of guttural vocal is orthodox, but there are ways that you can do it. Like there's plenty of videos on YouTube they'll show you how to do it from vocal coaches.
Yeah.
To where you minimize damage on your vocal cords, because
or preferably not even minimal and none at all.
Right.
Because I know doing properly with breath support and things like that, especially with extreme screaming and extreme singing, you got to have that correct technique.
Right.
And that for me anyway, for that type of thing, extreme singing, extreme screaming, it's very difficult for me. But there are some, like for instance, let's see if I'm pronouncing it. Chris Lepe.
Yeah.
Chris Lepe.
Yeah.
I've taken some of his classes, so I consider him one of my vocal coaches from afar. So I've taken some of his courses, and the thing is, that comes back to artists or bands that inspire or influence. His coaching, while he does a lot of stuff with extreme singers, extreme screaming and fry screaming and things like that, I take the course and I apply it to my style and the way I do things. So I'm not trying to be as extreme, but it has helped me achieve and do things in the style that I'm doing. If that makes sense. Right. But his courses are really, really surprisingly good.
Yeah,
actually.
They are. I've seen a few of them on YouTube, and it's actually helped me, especially when it goes to hitting your high voice, doing the higher resonation. Head voice. That's the word for it. Head voice. And but yeah, some of the videos I've seen on YouTube have been very interesting. One that I highly recommend, especially for extreme singing. Will Ramos of the band Lorna Shore. All right, this young man, he had an endoscopy while he was doing his guttural vocals, so you can actually see what his vocal cords look like when he's doing his guttural vocals, and he's got one of the best guttural vocals of probably anybody right now.
I actually think what was his name again? Will
Ramos.
Chris Lepe has a full course with that guy.
Really?
Yes, he does.
Did not know that.
And I strongly suggest it. It's one of the ones I was talking about that has influenced me in some of the stuff. But my tones and things tend towards the softer end.
Yeah.
More often than not. And that serves well for what we do and what I do. I've kind of crafted it that way because, well, it's me. And talking about influences, a lot of my influences are older style rock and surprisingly enough Philly soul. Folks like the Spinners and things like that.
There you go.
And again, don't sue us, people. This is just love for you guys. Influence. But I'll do like see if I could remember one of my favorites. As I'm filming, I suddenly go, film death, blah. It wipes your mind when you're filming for some reason. Um, this is the Falkenloo Road, love's last episode. There's nowhere to go. Oh no. But that gets my vocal cords going. But whatever you do for influences and stuff, be it other artists, other stars, life in general, get out there, create, enjoy what you're doing, because what you're doing is special. What you're doing is awesome. And speaking of which, guess who we have as our guests?
Ooh.
Silhouettes on Screen. And the lead singer is Sean John Holmes, which was Donna's Berr's original drum coach.
Nice.
Very much so.
Nice.
So sit back, relax, and we've got behind the scenes with Silhouettes on Screen right here.
Most unexpected thing. We definitely got some good songs out of that came from tragedy. Tragedy's unexpected. From personal losses of people, we love. Some songs have come from that, and we had a couple songs that have come from losing everything in Hurricane Ian just a few years back. So I say a lot of music is born from trauma. That's no different with our band. I would say my brother's death. There's a lot going on there, and I just felt like writing a song for him.
For this one, I would just go from a lyrical perspective, obviously, since I'm the lead vocalist. We have a song called Athena on the Cross, and it's got a philosophical, kind of deep meaning behind the lyrics. But the song started, as far as the lyrical writing, because I was walking down the street in my old neighborhood, and I happened to pass by one of these little headstones for a little doggy who had passed away, and the doggy's name was Athena, and it was literally printed on a cross. Kind of thought to myself, Athena on the cross, a little unusual, and actually built the concept of the lyrics just around the name of the song. So, pretty unexpected on that one. So the name Silhouettes on Screen is basically like a modern retelling of Plato's allegory of the cave. If anybody's not familiar with that, Plato was an ancient Greek philosopher. The allegory is mostly about how physical reality is actually just a reflection of a deeper reality that goes beyond the physical. That's pretty much where the name came from. In a lot of cases, this is the way to go. Shure SM58, very well-known mic, very reliable. It's a staple in a lot of venues, so I know what to expect using this thing. Real easy to get good resonance out of it. I will say I'm also a fan of Blue microphones. It's been a little while since I've used them, but I really like their Encore series a lot. That's a bit more of a specialty mic, so usually I gotta go with the SM58. So, I'm warming up my voice. First thing I'll do is stretch my body. I stretch my face out quite a bit. Get the tongue stuck out, all that stuff. Stretch my jaw muscles. And then I'll usually go for some lip rolls. Kind of loosens up the vocal cords. Some deep breathing stuff. And then from there I'll just run up and down scale patterns using different vowels. I might go may, I might go me, ma, stuff like that. Up and down my range a little bit. Maybe some light singing along with the song I like in the car before the show, and then that's pretty much it. I'm ready to go.
Sometimes I find myself listening to a Taking Back Sunday song, which is Your So Last Summer, and I would go ahead and do vocal warm-ups using that song in particular. Usually I just end up getting like a Jaeger bomb of some sort, or I would just have just a Red Bull right before, do my pre-show warm-ups. Sometimes I find myself listening to a Taking Back Sunday song, which is Your So Last Summer, and I would go ahead and do vocal warm-ups using that song in particular.
We don't do anything too exciting. I mean, I do my vocal warm-ups, of course. I might do a little bit of stretching and light cardio and stuff just to get my blood flowing before I hop on stage. I'm a black coffee guy. That gives me a little energy boost. In the past, sometimes I've had a drink or two before going on stage. Not really drinking much these days, so I probably opt for the coffee. But that's pretty much it.
I just like listening to music, honestly. I listen to some whatever is on repeat that week, and that usually gets me through it.
Say a lot of times it's just we all listen to different genres of music and we come together as a pretty great mix of all of what we listen to, being some heavier stuff. Me personally, I like the pop punk sound more often, but I think we put a good clash between the genres and forming our own stuff.
Basically, as far as I'm concerned, we're more like brothers than just bandmates. We have a dynamic where we kind of tease and mess with each other regularly, but we all love each other. We hang out outside of the band. I think we have a loyalty with each other and a mutual respect and friendship that would take us well beyond just the professional aspect of our band. I think that'll help us stay together for a long time and enjoy the journey together.
Creatively, it is a huge help that so many people in the band are genuinely good musicians. Like people either being music teachers or just knowing a lot about theory and stuff, and that we took the time to actually educate ourselves as musicians rather than just sit in a garage and like play whatever random stuff came to us.
I would say I'm a goofy dude. I like lighthearted jokes and I like just lightening the mood a lot. That can show up in what I think would be what I do on stage and my playing styles. I bounce back and forth between a lot of different types of styles.
I always say one of the strengths of this band is that we're all friends. I've been in bands where people are not all friends with each other and it sucks. It really puts a hamper on the creative process. Doesn't feel as good as when you're up on stage with your brothers and you can really feed off each other's energy and stuff like that. So I think that friendship is what really, really makes our band strong. It's very nice. I miss her too, and I miss Edwin as well. As a student, I mean, she was intelligent, she's hardworking, she had a great practice schedule, but I think even beyond that, we ended up becoming personal friends, and they're honestly just really great people. Even though now they live a few states away, Edwin and I still keep in touch on Facebook, and we'll send each other music back and forth and stuff like that. So, great people.
Usually we start with a guitar riff. Sean will write his lyrics to it, his vocal melodies and stuff. And I usually get a recording of the guitar riffs to write my drums. We bring it together, practice, and play through it over and over and over. I was just talking about it earlier with Xander. He says that when he writes, it usually stays. He likes his first product and he keeps it that way. I'm the type that every time we play it in practice, I'm adding little simple changes, different fills, maybe change a groove here and there, fill empty space, So my drum parts definitely evolve and adapt over time the more we play a song.
Most of the time it'll be a guitar riff that is sort of like the foundation. I think we've maybe done a small handful of songs at most that started with the vocal idea first, but in a lot of cases we kind of get the guitar going so we know what kind of like chord progressions we're working with, what kind of melodies, what kind of feel we're gonna have. And then I'll sit with it for a while. Usually for me, I write melody first for vocals, and then I'll fit lyrics into the melody that I've chosen. All the other stuff kind of comes together at the end. We get the drums going, we figure out how to split the guitar parts up, the bass part comes in towards the end as well. So that's typically the case.
We have a couple songs that we've started with the vocal melodies first, but more than anything else, we start with the guitar riff and then add in the other guitars, add in the bass, add in drums and vocals over time, and just slowly mesh everything together.
Oftentimes I start with my acoustic guitar, come up with like verses to work with, then I would start beginning working with my chorus, bring it on to with an electric guitar, and just really build from right there on outwards. Then there's other times we go ahead and we would start with like maybe a set of lyrics, or if Josh happens to have like a lick, Xander usually just ends up writing about like 90% of the song anyway, so he would bring out something for us to go ahead and be inspired with too.
I usually start with rhythm. I start with a beat or a pattern to place the notes, and then I'll just add a melody to whatever mood I was feeling or whatever. But mainly I start with a guitar riff. I pick up the guitar. I pick up the guitar and I start playing, and whatever comes to me comes to me.
Honestly, we have so many different personality types in this band that it would kind of be all over the place. I feel like it would be a stoner comedy with a little tinge of horror, a little anime inspiration in there. I think the funny answer for James is that he would be played by Seth Rogen, but more honestly, in terms of appearance, I'd go Johnny Depp. I like to say for Josh, Mike Smith of Trailer Park Boys fame. Perfect fit, maybe if you had a little bit longer hair. Steven has to be Mark Wahlberg, because he's got the Boston thing going on. Big tough guy, big muscles, definitely Marky Mark. I would be NPH, Neil Patrick Harris, plus a beard. And Xander's a bit of a mystery, but I think he would be played by Xander Snow, most likely.
James would be Seth Rogen, basically because of his Herga Herga laugh. Sean would be the Scottish guy from Game of Thrones, or Neil Patrick Harris, clearly on the way he looks. I would be Mark Wahlberg. They say not for general appearance, but you know, I'm from Boston, so I'm always going to get that. And then we haven't really decided on Xander, but Dave Navarro maybe. And Josh gets to be Woody Harrelson.
As you can see, I'm pretty partial to Ibanez SR basses, mainly 5 strings. Style can be a great variation of slaps, finger style. I tap a lot in some of our songs. There's a song, actually, social distancing, not social distancing, safe distances. There's a song, Safe Distances, where I actually wrote it on a pick, but I play it finger style. I'm mostly an active single coil type. I do like the brightness that it brings with the tone, and oh fuck, I forgot the question already. God damn it.
Single coil or humbucker man when it comes to bass, any particular reason?
That's it.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, my current kit that I use for shows is a Thomas Star Classic in silver snow racing stripe finish. It's a 6-piece, but I don't always take all my rack toms. I have a combination. I'm not very loyal to either brand, so I have a combination of Sabian and Zildjian cymbals. These trash cymbals right here that have duct tape and everything all over them, these are practice cymbals. What I usually have is 18 crash, 18 crash, 18 or 19 China, 20 or 22 inch ride cymbal, 14 inch hi-hats, 3 rack toms, floor tom, and I have several snares, but typically 14 inch snare. This DW one happens to be 8 inches deep, I think. Anyways, this is my backup kit. It is in gunmetal gray, a DW Collector Series, same 6-piece setup, and I have two pair sets of pedals. The main one I use is Trick Pro Bigfoots in the Black Widow edition. It's just a different color scheme. They're red and black. And I won't forget my backup pedals this time. They are Axis longboards. And other than that, I use Zildjian sticks with a little dippy shit on them, and that's about it. Honestly, I haven't noticed any discernible difference in how I play. If there's a little difference in feel, it didn't really register with me. I just kind of got used to them. But I've always done white coated heads on the snare. For the toms, I used to use clear heads, Evans. Now I use black heads, not hydraulic, but just regular, I guess, 2-ply heads. I've never used suede heads, anything like that. But yeah, typically black just for the aesthetic, and white coated. That I will say I do kind of like the feel of. For some reason with like ghost notes and stuff. I like the white coated snare drum head. But that's it.
At one point, I used to play with a lot of Ibanez guitars, but until as of recently, I ended up buying this guitar, the Schecter Diamond Series, from Xander, and now I've just been going ahead and performing with live and recordings.
I use Gibson brand. I like the Les Paul Studio specifically. There's not a big difference between the Studio and Standard. It just comes down to personal preference, just like with any brand of guitar. But I would definitely be one of the people that argues Gibson deserves their reputation. No, because I'm not a gear guy at all. I don't usually care to know what kind of pedals I'm using and stuff. As a guitarist, or as many guitarists out there are probably going to be horrified by that. I usually just would trust Josh's opinion on what he thinks probably sounds best for our overall sound, and build my pedal boards from there.
Using Josh's amp right here that has really captured the tone that I desire. In the future, I want to eventually work on getting myself a Rev amp, but as of right now, I'm going to be using the Line 6 for my live performances.
You can find Silhouettes on Screen Music on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, any social medias basically we're on. Look for our music. We have a bunch of new stuff coming out. Right now the stuff you'll hear is some of the already recorded things we have, but we have new stuff coming right around the corner.
Yep, as far as merch goes, of course we got t-shirts, we have stickers available as well. We'll be adding some more stuff down the line. Best place to get these are at our shows. We'll announce the show dates and locations on our social media pages, so give us a follow and stay tuned.
Definitely check out Silhouettes on Screen.
James, is there a favorite amp you own that just milks out your favorite tones? I'll start over. James, is there a favorite amp or pedal you own that just...
You say amp like that?
Leave the milking in there.
I was ready. I was going to pull it off. Xander left.
Amp.
Definitely check out Silhouettes on Screen.
What is this? The fucking Disney Channel?
Yo, you just...
Fuck.
No.
Can you shorten that answer up a little bit? That was a little long-winded.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think we sucked.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we did good.
It was pretty good.
I think we did good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then there's the was it the low gutturals with the, because I used to be a singer for a death metal band called Puke.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
And so what I would do is, of course, and this, I know this usually helps out a lot when you exhale, you just poke your belly out and go.
Are you using your poop muscles? Your pooper muscles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then you sound like you're taking a poop.
How profound.